Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So last episode we got our grain system going and running, and yeah, I'm quite happy with this here. It's all sort of working and doing its bits and pieces, but we need to put it to use. So that's kind of what I want to do today. I'm going to start very simply by literally just having a kitchen make bread, because that works. That does also mean that we're going to have our coal system on a rail loop as well. So kind of going to be a good idea. We've got the packaging centres here for packaging and unpackaging things. Around there, and obviously that's our current loop for the rail system, which is going to get more to it. This is just a sort of a testing here, but it was a proof of concept. It works. I'm happy with that, but it will have to be expanded slightly to do things. I'm thinking if I was to put we're going to have a large loop delivering to different wherever it needs to be going to. So passing the main resources, doing bits and pieces. I may just have tracks coming off, doing things, going different ways, and see how it grows naturally. I think that's probably going to be the best idea. So I'm going to stop this. So turn that off. And that will carry on going around there. I'm not going to destroy it yet because I need to remember exactly how it works. But we're going to get rid of that, along with that and all this here. Like so. And we'll also get rid of the pasture as well. And yeah, we'll fill in that water. There we go. Right, okay. And you go over there right away. So, if I was to say, this is food, so we want our food production to be here. That makes sense? To be most of the kitchens to be here anyway. We'd have obviously pastures and bits somewhere else, but the kitchens to be here. So let's clear this area out. All its wonderful resources and bits and pieces. Don't have to clear the whole area out, just make a gap. Those there we go. Right. And we want to put in a kitchen. I need to get used to these 3D models here. Might help me actually see things, because normally I pass by them and it's not very good. Not very good at all. So, kitchen. I suppose the kitchen could have resources delivered to it directly. Don't see any problem with that. Although maybe having a small buffer for things. I mean, like kitchens, maybe having a buffer of flour would make sense. So let's start with that. So if I say I'll grab a barn and I'll put a barn there, because it's as good a place as any. Turn that around. And yes, of course, you can no longer rotate pressing R. No longer do that. You have to bring the move key up, move tool, click on a place, and then you can rotate with R, which is a bit weird. But it's not weird, it's there, because when you bring up a place like this, you can press R to bring up the recipes. So, small change was in the last update. That's fine, no problem with that. Right, so we want a kitchen. Build kitchen. I suppose I'll put the kitchen, put the first one there. Why not? Okay. And your recipe is going to be bread. You are just literally going to do bread. So there you are. There is your bread. Okay. Kitchens would also require another barn, which I'm going to put there, and may regret that. In fact, I think instead this one's going to be coal. This is going to be the coal. Right? Where is coal? Oh, it's there. That's going to be the coal storage. Okay, so when we have our loop, which I probably will have to start to sort of build now, but what I sort of meant by building it organically is I know this is going to require coal. Kitchens definitely require coal. They're one of the main uses of fuel, which is coal. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the wooden arches, and I think if I build, do you know what? I'm going to actually build the train track on the floor. I think that's probably going to be a bad idea, but yeah, I think I'm going to build the train track on the floor. We're going to put another barn there. That's going to be for coal as well, so let's link that to coal. Okay, and then I will probably regret doing this, because I think when we go into other places, having it on the floor is going to be awkward. Then we can put belts in the air anyway. So yeah, right. So in a straight line coming down there, we'll do that. I really want to add rails to my list here. I don't think I'm going to need chutes anymore. They could still be used for things. I mean, obviously delivering coal to places here could be done on a chute quite easily, but we'll just use conveyors for everything like that. So let's grab that. We'll go Control 1 and grab that and Shift 1. Shift 1. There we go. So now we've got rails. Okay. So let's build our little loop here, like so, and we'll do that and that. So it will always go around and come back down again. No problem at all. Run the loop, the train track down here, and it will end up doing that. We want that, and then we want that. So the train will come down, go around there, go back in. Okay, so that would work for that little link up there. Now we need to add flour to the mix. Now we have flour here and we have flour there, so we want to have two rails that get to that. So let's do this, and hopefully I won't run out of rails whilst I'm doing this. I'm just trying to look. We've got 200. That's okay. We want one there and we want one there. We will obviously want some around the animal feed as well, but we'll leave that for the moment. I can't put these on different levels because I have no way of pushing minecarts uphill. So if I do that, then that obviously will not work. That will it would work for one train, but wouldn't work for two, because we'd have to have trains go different places and do different things, and it wouldn't work. So we are going to have at least here a mini loop. A mini loop right here. So this is what I mean by building it organically. So that's where the loop would start. Then as we add more things onto it, the loop would get bigger. We'd redesign it and make the loop bigger to cover all bases. In fact, I could probably make the loop quite large straight away. So I've got many ways to connect onto it from different places. So I think we might do that. Let's go 5, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And we will build a loop like this. So let's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll probably get rid of all them trees at some point, but not right now. Make it a little bit picturesque at least, have all the trains go through a forest. Okay. And I need to make sure the trains, but once they get on this loop, they will stay on the loop. They will always go round and round in circles. So I need to leave it like this. Trains always travel right. So when they come onto this, they will go right. And then when they come down from this, they would go right. So they always go round in that loop, which is fine. I don't need to put a one-way link in there, I don't think. So yeah. And then when they come off this, they would turn right. So that would work anyway. If I ever come off a loop and it's turning left, I'm going to have to figure out some special way to get it in. In fact, I could do that straight away. I never want a train like that. I never want a train to come off this and be able to turn left. It will only ever turn right. So when it's coming along, it will go down. And when it go that way. Or, well, it goes straight on to start with anyway. But yeah. Right. Okay. So how do we do this then? Let's see here, shall we? There is a slight change here. I need to change that pusher to be a sorter, I think, instead. And I also need another track coming off this for this here. So let's do that, like so. There is probably a much better way of doing this than the way I'm doing it, which is true. Was also asked in the comments about why I'm only doing one track and then having this filter system there. It's purely for resources. It just makes life quicker. I need to, like here, if I was doing 2 tracks coming down here, these 2 would touch each other and it would make life a little bit awkward. So just having one track just makes things easier, and then you have a filter to make sure only one train ever goes down one track. So when I have to snake tracks off going off, say I had to do a track along here, I could just run a single track down this gap here and not have to worry about a return track. So you could do it with 2 tracks, it would still work, but yeah. Okay, right. So getting back to this whole thing here, the sorter. The reason I want a sorter instead of a pusher is because when I want trains going this way, I want to enable this, but only for empty trains. So I don't want a train that has iron or coal, let's grab it from here, to come along, find out this is green, and turn down here, because you won't pick anything up at all. And then when he comes back on again, that wouldn't work. And then for here, I'd want a train come down here that only has flour. This is going to be our flour resource here. There. So that sort of thing. So let's grab a sorter. So we want a sorter there, a sorter there, a sorter there, and a sorter there. Okay. Now, the big question comes, that rollable, crushable, elemental, food, shelter, clothing, medicine, luxury. Item, label, filter, item categories. Okay. The problem is, how do I say only go down here if you're empty? How do I do that? Unless there is a different logistic block. I'm getting into this logistics quite heavily and don't really know what I'm doing. I also haven't. There's an inventory center. What's that set to? That's exactly the same. Sense. That's exactly the same as what the sorter would be. Sense none. Right. Let me grab a minecart. Put that on here. Okay. And you should go down here and then fill up on coal, correct? Right. Go. Okay, yep, you'll push down there. You'll fill up on coal. You'll go back up again, and then you'll probably get pushed straight down again, won't you? You will. Yes. Okay. So stop that. Right. We need a agent trigger. We need a timer. And we need a toggle block. Which can go there. That's fine. Make it a little bit over compact, but yeah, that's fine. The timer wants to be set to 0.5. Okay. And the timer block wants to go to the toggle. The toggle wants to go to the sorter. And the action trigger wants to go to the toggle block. Like so. Okay. Now, that does already answer my question about whether this is going to affect whether the none filter affects none. So, right. So then you will get pushed down here and you'll end up getting stuck, and it's not ideal. So I need you to sort by empty minecart. Is that on here and I'm just not seeing it? Right, apple pie. Gold bar, gold ore. Label pie? Nope. Polished stone? Rail tile and magic. Magic rail tiles are things that allow trains to go uphill. I could probably get into that fairly soon, so I could have them going up and down hills if I wanted to. But any item is that's still going to push you down, isn't it? Yeah, because you detected you have items in you. So I need that to be the opposite of any item. I need it to be no item. Rollable, sellable, fuel, package items, crate, crushable ore, emerald shard, purified elements. Mana forge output, food, shelter, clothing, medicine, luxury, natural resource, harvest drill, harvestable worker, forester, farm, mine, writing. It will filter categories, right? You'll go down. No, you won't. You'll go straight on because there's no reason to go down there. You'll go round. You won't be able to grab anything, and then you'll go round and round and round in circles for the rest of the time because I've messed up that. So. very difficult to see. Oh, yeah, the trick is obviously that line that's across there. But there you go. Now you go back up there, come along here. We'll hit that and carry on. Right. I don't want you going down that one. Might have missed that. That might have been too late. Turn that off. Yes, there we go. Right, and you go down that one. Okay. And right, I can pause this anyway because this one can be filtered to flour. That can be set manually to flour. And that one can be set to coal because we know what they're going to be. Okay, right. And right, so if I then set this one to be that weird thing that I don't recognise, the item label filter item categories, I don't even know what that is. But we will see what it does. Right, so that minecart is now travelling around in circles because none of these sorters are pushing it. Oh wow, so that categories is literally just everything. So yeah, that's obviously not supposed to be used there. Right. Okay, so I don't actually know whether this is going to work or not. I know you can filter the trains. If I tell the train you are a coal, that defeats the object of what I'm trying to do here. But if I tell it's a coal one and then tell this to be coal, will you go down there? Will you go around in circles? No, you go down there. For some bizarre reason, that timer is now too long. That's weird. Okay, I'll set it back to 1 second. That does kind of defeat the object, however, of having empty rail carts. Ah, yes, and obviously you're going to go around in circles because you are a coal train. So that registers coal, that pushes you down there. Okay, so right, so we can redesign this slightly. That's fine. So okay, so agent trigger goes to timer goes to toggle goes to that. Okay, and then we need exactly the same thing for there. Agent goes to timer goes to toggle goes to that. And there, agent's timer's toggle that. That needs to be set to flour, doesn't it? Yep. Okay, and that should work. That's going to bounce back, I think, first time, and then second time, and then it will re-twig everything. And there you go. Now it's all set correctly. Awesome. Right. I think I could just change them to be. Damn it! Picked. You. No. You should go to that. You should not go to that. You go to that. There we go. Right. Okay, so the trains are now delivering coal. And that will all work. That does defeat the object of having trains. You know, if a train is empty, you go down and pick up something and come back again. Because it may be there may be a point where this cart is just got coal on it and it's going around just with coal in it over and over and over. But then I think if I had empty trains in this sort of system anyway, it would toggle that anyway. There may also be a way for this barn to say, hey, I'm full, turn off that. Then that would work with if I had empty trains going around. But at the moment, that's not working. So I'm going to have another rail cart on here. Added here. You're going to have to be forward, and you're going to have to be filtered with flour. And then you'll go down there. And you won't go down that first one because you won't. But you will grab it from the second one. So this is the next stage of it then. Right, let's figure out how to do this. How do I make that go down there? Turn off going down there once it's gone down there, so that it can get back out. But also retoggle so I need the same sort of setup. I need a don't need to be a sorter, it can just be a pusher. Okay. And we're going to need a timer lock, an agent, and a toggle, and that would right. The agent goes to the time block goes to the toggle, and the toggle goes to the pusher. Okay, so that would work. That would send a cart down here, do that, and then when a second cart comes along, it would go that way instead. But I'd rather have it go this way once and then that way once. So I need to add some extra bit of logic in here. I need to add a way to basically go turn red on first tick, and then on second tick, don't turn red. Don't turn green. Stay green. Stay red. Stay red. And then when the cart goes along here, reset. I am not sure how to do that. I need some form of counter. There was a counter in here, wasn't there? Math block, single block, delta block. Right, let's have another bit of a play with logic here. So, if we go counter, okay, and then we're going to need something to say something to say, are you sure? I don't know. What I need is an AND gate. That's what I need. I need an AND gate. Which I don't have unlocked yet. I think there are in there, but I don't have unlocked yet. So I could say an AND gate would basically be another agent here. And it would be, you go down here, and that toggles. But the toggle goes to an AND gate. And in order for that to turn green, it must trigger this one here. So when that goes down, it turns red. But then on the way back up again, it should stay red, and then an agent trigger here should turn it green. I actually think I figured it out without doing that. Hold on, let's get rid of that block there. If I move this agent trigger to there, and then put another one there, and then link that one to the timer, and link that one to the timer. Okay, and we'll grab the minecart, which I can't appear to do anymore for some bizarre reason. I can't grab minecarts and move them. Is that a thing? Because I can grab wagons, but I can't grab minecarts. Stop. Nope, I can't appear to grab minecarts. Okay, so we will copy you and put you there, and then we'll delete that one. Right. Okay, and then we'll say you are going to go flower. Now, the idea behind this is that it will go down here, and that will stay green. It will then hit that, and this will toggle it all and make it turn red. And then it will come back out and go around on its business, doing its bits and pieces. Then next time it comes along, that will be red. It'll hit this one, that will toggle and turn it green. Yeah, that will toggle and turn it green. But then when it comes back along here, that will cause it to turn red again. I've just realised that's probably what's good. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's just test it. Right, so we'll go down there. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, of course. Boom, red. There we go. Now you can get out. Right. And then you'll go down here. You'll dump your stuff off in there. You'll go up here. We'll retoggle that. Turn it. Yeah, that all needs to be toggled so that the actual carts can get back out again. So that's fine. There we go. All right, now you've toggled that to be green. You're going to grab that there. So you're going to go down there. You're going to go down there, aren't you? No, you didn't. But that's now going to be... It didn't go down there because coming from this way, there is no way to turn that way. It cannot be pushed onto that track. So when it's coming back, it can't do that. So that needs to be moved to there. Delete that one. Link that to the timer block. Okay. And then when the trains come along here, it will toggle that. That will toggle this to turn green still, which isn't what I want. Now I think about it. Oh yes, no, it will toggle it to turn green, but it'll only toggle it once. So it won't then toggle it back to be red again. So now it should all be in that state, shouldn't it? I believe. And that's, oh dear, right, turn it off. Right, toggle should go to the pusher. Right. You should be in an on state, and that should work. Two trains are getting pretty close together. Right, so you're going to come down here and you will go down that one. Now turn that to red, so you'll end up back out again. And go and do your thing, and then next time you come along, you'll go to the second one instead of the first. And although the carts are filtered to be coal, so only coal will go down here, I do have to toggle that off so that the cart can get back out again. The only drawback to this is that if I add a second coal cart to the system, that's possibly going to push down there because the timers aren't as quick as I'd like. Yeah, so you went to that one, toggled that, and now you're going to go to that. And yeah, there we go. That works. Okie dokie. Right. Okay. So, as I said, the only drawback is now that is full of coal. We'll see here. You will pick up coal. And now you're just going to be in an infinite loop going round and round and round with coal because there's nowhere to dump your coal off. Yeah, there's nowhere to dump it off. Whereas if I could tell this to notify that to turn off now because we don't need any more coal, this will not be happening. We will not be going round and round in circles. And then if that was an empty car, that could end up going on flour duty because there may be a higher demand for flour. So that's why I'd like an empty cart filter, if cart is empty. If I'm missing one, please do let me know. I cannot see it in there, or is it in a different logic block? Or yeah, is it in a different logic block? Because we got some other ones here. We got blockers and filters. What are they? That's got exactly the same menu as everything else, and there is not empty minecart on this filter. Ooh. Harvestable worker, harvestable drill, natural resource, and then the next one to my head would have been minecart, but it's not, or rail cart, sorry. Oh, and there is a weird overlapping graphics bug there. See that? Right. That's because the visual there. I guess the filter is a detection system or something. I'm not sure. Not sure what the filter would be used for, because if you're pushing things off belts, you'd probably use maybe the filter could be used for manually outputting. Like the grain mills. The grain mills can output from the front, and they would output flour and animal feed. I wonder if you could filter it to say only put out animal feed. Might be a thing. I don't know. I will test that somewhere else, but not right now. Right now, I am still trying to figure out this thing. We've got a blocker as well. I'm not sure. Blocker, I think, just stops carts from going down here until they're turned off. So, yeah, there is an inventory sensor, but that still has exactly the same things in it as the other sort of ones where the thing about the inventory sensor is that it can sense what's inside where. But that wouldn't really work because I mean, you can tell that to you can change the offset to say there. Okay, so it's detecting that block, and then I could filter it to that one there. Let's just say, and if I set the item filter to none, then set this to none. Send it off. Okay. Don't actually think this is going to work. I'm not too sure. But right, no, you right, yeah. So you detected there was something here, and you enabled that because there was something there. I think that only works the once. But there again, there's no empty minecart on this list. So can't say empty. Harvestable worker, harvestable drill. So that is if it's an item that's harvestable by a worker, so trees, coal, that sort of thing. And drill is if it's harvestable by a drill only, so iron and the magic. Rollable is if it will fit on a chute. So I suppose you could have conveyor belts coming out and saying that if this is rollable, go down the chute instead because it's faster. Any item means any item, which would be exactly the same as none, right? Or is that the opposite to none? But there's no empty that I can see here. Viewable, packable item, crushable ore. Yeah, there's no empty. That's food. Yeah, because these are all tools and bits and pieces, so that's not going to be in them categories here. It will be down here under these categories here. It'd be yeah. So we've got any item, and then we should have empty, but it's not there. So mine output, farm output, forester. Gadgets, advanced gadgets. Let's get rid of that one there, and I might set this to any item. Okay, and wait for our minecarts to come back. They're in sync once again. You get pushed down there. We'll come back and toggle that on. Okay. Let me just. Oh, damn it. Turn that off. Right. We're going to come back up again. And. Will you go along here? Does the any item literally? Yes, it literally means any item. It does exactly what it says in the tin. Okay. So it's not empty inventory. Right. So I suppose then that's going to have to become flower again, because it looks as if none now means any item. I'm sure I read that in one of the options. A sorter, if it was empty, wouldn't sort anything. Now it sorts everything. That pushes any item. So really, that any item should have become none, no item. The trains, but oh well, it doesn't matter. Right, flower. Again, I'm just trying to sort that through because I would rather have this set up in a system where empty minecarts go down here if required, and if it's not required, no minecarts go down here, so the empty ones come along. So if we have a higher demand for flour, more minecarts are working on flour. Yeah, that would have been a better idea. I should probably, I suppose, having one cart go down here and do this, and then one cart go all the way down there and come back is a bit much. Should have probably have this work differently than that. Because if there is a higher demand for flour, we're going to have empty minecarts going around. This is quite a small loop at the moment, so I'm not all that fussed about it. Right. Okay, so you can go back doing your thing, and there we go. That works. That all works. That's all working absolutely fine. So now I can basically have we'll up 3 and bring that along. And I'll have all the kitchens in a row here, I think. And then behind them, we will drop in the resources. So I can bring another train line down here, I suppose. Let's start getting a bit tight. I could bring another train line down here. Yeah. And filter to another barn down here. So this is possible. I could also shift this all over a little bit. That would probably have been a better option, shifting it all over slightly, so I can get more rail cuts in. Because I can do another rail one there if I wanted to. So the coal one could go over to there, and then we could do another one here coming down doing something, and another one coming down the back. Just delivering different resources that are required for the kitchens. Although there are a lot of recipes, so we might have a lot of... In fact, do you know, I realised the way I should have done this would have been have the kitchens down the bottom and all the resources that come in at the top, the barns at the top, and then the kitchens down below, and the kitchen convert stuff, and then the rails come out that way and go off somewhere. Because the kitchens would all produce some form of food, or will interact with each other to produce different things to add food to it. So, and don't really want one kitchen doing everything, because I could tick all the recipes, but that would be a logistical nightmare trying to get everything into there at once. I mean, like apple pie has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inputs, which is doable around a sort of thing. But then if I did apple pie and I did the cake recipe, the only difference is apples and eggs. So one will get prioritised over the other, because you can't have that many inputs. Well, you can have that many inputs going there, but I don't think I could have a single kitchen doing all of the cooking. Yeah, maybe we'll look at doing a couple of them. I don't think many recipes. I think only one other recipe uses bread. Potatoes, fish are used in 2 recipes. Yeah, it looks as if each kitchen's going to pretty much have its own supply, with a few exceptions of the basic tomato, potato, carrot sort of thing. Fish becomes cooked fish, which is internal. So yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, definitely think I should have had this the other way around. So let's do that, and we can do that easily because we can just toggle that, and now we know that no trains are going to come down here, so we don't have to worry about this stop doing any bits and pieces. So what I can do is I can copy that kitchen and put it here for the moment. Remove that one, and I can also probably remove that. Well, I don't want to remove that barn. I want to realistically put that barn on the end. So let's remove this. I'm already redesigning, and we'll put it we'll just put it there. There we go. Right. Okay, copy that. And do little 3, 4, 5, 6. That one there. There we go. I believe you can go backwards on those by holding shift and doing something. I think. Right. You now want to become coal. Okay. And you I actually want to remove. Right. You come here. You are to take coal, put in there, and that is going to become a coal system. I'm only really filtering them because I want to make sure they don't get anything randomly dropped in them. Like, he currently has a bit of wood. If I tell him to go and do something else, he will find the nearest barn to put that wood in, or the nearest resource. That will probably be the kitchen. But if I didn't have some of these barns filtered, he might put it in a barn and then take up a whole row with a barn with a bit of wood. Right, so move those there as well. And 1, 2, 3. Right, like so. And we're going to have coal up high. And everything else. Actually, no, I'm going to have the coal down low. Right, you're empty, so you can go down. Stop. Okay. And I'm not going to have that enabled just yet. But we will have a row of conveyor belts here. Going almost over to this here. But that's fine because we can have different plug methods. We can enlarge this track if we need to as well for the drop off. And we're going to put a kitchen. Yeah. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. We'll put a kitchen there. Okay. That kitchen is going to be responsible for making bread. Okay. And then we're going to put another barn there. No, that's not going to work because that conveyor on the floor is going to cause it to output to the wrong places. But I don't want to have... Right, so I do want a barn there. Let's remove those for the moment. And actually, let's remove that kitchen. And I would like... You're still full of iron. Nope, I'd like you to put flour into there. Just move my flour over, please, if you'd be so kind. Right. And the idea basically being that if I... go faster. If I then put the kitchens down here, with a gap, I can have all my... So instead of having it there, I'm going to have the coal output along that one there. And this can be for flour. And flour is used in 1 or 2 recipes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 recipes. So I kind of want to remember to put those together. There are 2 bread recipes. They both sell for the same amount, but that one is flour potato. Potato bread? I've heard of banana bread, I've never heard of potato bread. That's new. That doesn't look right to me. That doesn't... So we'll say 3, that does not seem right. 1 flour, 1 potato. That takes 2 flour. And somehow no water. That's some really dry bread. Okay, so yeah, so that bread is made with 1 flour and 1 potato. It's different. I suppose you can have potato bread. I guess. I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, so we want kitchen to be here, and then we're going to have obviously flour coming out of that into this kitchen. You're empty. Thank you. We'll put that kitchen there like that. Okay, and you are going to be set to bread. The first bread. That bread. Yep. You in fact could probably be set to the other ones that use that, but then they require a lot of inputs as well. So we'll leave that for the minute. And what I want to do is I'm not sure I want to go 2 or not there. Sure if that's such a good idea to just go 2 high, but we can always move it up later if we need to. Alright. And we shall put our rail track back in again. Ironically, sure there was a way to make it to circle back through the clips, but I guess not. Yeah, that needs to be like that. So, right, I want to pause this. I want to copy that, put it there, copy, copy, copy. I realised I'm putting this back in exactly the same place I took it out. But, well, hey ho, okay, right, and that wants to be a tick. And everything should be good, should be happy, should be perfect. Everything should be wonderful. There should be no real major problems. You want that there and a pusher underneath, which I can't do. I should have learnt this from the mistakes last time. For some bizarre reason, you can't get underneath there. Is this what was meant by using the wooden scaffolding? 1, 2, 3. I have to go 3 with the wooden scaffolding to make that fit there. And then no, I still cannot click underneath there. I put that in and that's not on the same level. It's 1 too high. So I can't. Oh dear. Yep, I cannot click on that bottom piece. So okay. So I just need to remember to put a pusher there before I do the top piece. So, and a grabber there like that. And then you will get all the coal before everyone else, which isn't ideal. But hey, what are you going to do? Let's just get this working, shall we? Because it's been recording for an hour and I haven't particularly done a great deal. So yeah. Right. Yeah, so this is going to be another one of those situations where I really need an empty minecart option. Only push empty minecarts. I'm going to look again, there isn't one. Stop looking. Yeah, so this is not going to work exactly as was planned, but yeah. Do I want to do this train track on the floor? Kind of do. I don't think it's easier to build the train tracks on the floor and build everything else up high. So, So this is going to be the food loop. So really this only ever needs to go to this one barn here. Food. We don't even have to, we can ignore everything else. So we can have a loop going along here to this barn and then back down again. Rather than have them go all the way around here, but then I would kind of like them to go around here. Oh, we'll leave it up in the air. We'll leave it up in the air for the minute. Okay. Yeah. This will definitely be revisited. This is definitely one of those that will be revisited at some point and changed and modified. It will grow over time as I learn more about it, because obviously I'm still learning how things work, so didn't need to do that because they always turn right anyway, but well, I did. There we go. Okay, and then you are all set up to work anyway, so I can just leave that as it is, I believe. Yep. And then put in a train stop there. Okay. And now if we go, coal comes out. Coal gets pushed into this, which is awesome. Coal is the best fuel for this. Yes, it is. Right. And bread comes out of there, and then you drop off your flour down there. Yep, you're going to get bounced around a bit because I missed. Oh, I didn't actually hook any of the logic. That's no good, is it? There we go. Right. Oops. Did I do that? That is set up. That is set up. Is that all set up? It is, but I need to manually turn that one on just to get it to trigger once. And this is set to 0.5 timer. So maybe the turn is faster than going straight. I am going to set that back to a 1 second timer, however. And in the next episode, I'm also going to put in a delay system on here. Eric just tweeted on tweeted and showed on Discord how to build a cart spacer. And I can't want to do that because right now we're going to have 2 carts go down there. I would like to space my carts out automatically, have them be at least a second or more apart. So we can do that. We can put in a cart spacer along this track and along this track as well if need be. This centerpiece will probably come out along here to deal with as many things we need for food. And this whole area here is probably going to be for our food, so it may come out that way as well to accommodate the different food situations there. Okay, and we've got it delivering to our metal supply anyway, so I'm not fussed about that. But we can easily add on a another track here, go to it, and then that will bring iron onto our belt, onto our system. And then iron can be delivered to wherever it needs to go. Right now we're obviously going down here, but I think iron is really only ever used by industry, so it's not used anywhere else. But like cloth, for instance, is. So we will have a farm here at some point doing cotton. That cotton will go off and do cloth. We might also have a pasture doing cotton as well. And then we'd have a workshop that would do both types of cloth, and then it would either come from the wool or from the cotton delivered to it. It could have 2 sources come to it, and it would make the cloth, and then cloth can obviously be used for the dairy, which is needed over here by the kitchens, and needed over here to make the conveyors and to make cloaks. So cloth is something we're going to have a look into quite heavily, probably. And have more than one workshop making cloth, probably. It's quite a high demand item, used in several places, so. But that is for the future. For now, this is going to be it for this episode. So we've got this rail system working. which is different, but is working. I am going to obviously go on Discord and ask whether there is a empty rail cart pusher, because I would really like that. That would become very, very useful. And we shall see from there. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.